It doesn't always have to be 4 wheels, does it? Part 2 of our trailer special is all about the comfort and the quality of the fit out of our test candidates and what that will cost you. After being able to test the driving characteristics of the South African Conqueror Commander UEV 490, the German Lapp 340 and the teardrop representative Lifestyle Camper X-Line from the Ukraine, on off-road terrain in detail in the first part, we are now devoting ourselves to their inner qualities. What they all have in common is the comforting thought that you don't have to crawl into a possibly clammy tent after an evening spent at the campfire, but can call home a proper bed with a solid roof. However, that is almost the sum total of what connects the three representatives of the off-road trailer generation. Otherwise, they are far apart when it comes to the concept and comfort. At around €15,000, the absolute cheapest representative of the three is the X-Line by Lifestyle Camper. Designed and built in the Ukraine, it's a typical teardrop trailer, which have been making a comeback for some time now. There's nothing to complain about when it comes to the quality of the little black one. Solid choice of fittings and the completely water and scratch resistant, thick layered paint, white costs more by the way, are all plus points for the X-Line. But it lies in the nature of the teardrop that it is restricted to the classic layout. That means that inside is a bed for two, including a little storage space and even a TV, and an outdoor kitchen in the rear.
The cooking is taking place outside. We have a lot of room here inside. There's a cooktop and a sink, as well as a refrigerator box.
The stainless steel worktop is pretty resistant to the elements, and the LED strips in the roof are a nice idea. The decor and marble look, however, does take a bit of getting used to, but it can be quickly improved depending on your taste. But there's also room for improvement on the inside.
The X-Line trailer is the smallest of the trio. There's just about enough space to sleep. It's actually just a converted mattress with a kitchen attached at the back. The decor does take a bit of getting used to. However, there are alternatives. It has some nice details with these integrated handles. What isn't that nice, as you can see on this soft mattress with its base, I can't sit very comfortably. The backrest is too high, which means there's no point to the TV really, as I can't sit properly. It's really only for sleeping inside and living outside.
What is a good idea is the removable table, which has handles so that it can be hung on the wall outside. The concept means that storage space is restricted, which does have the positive effect of limiting how many travel utensils you take with you. After all, the X-Line is the only off-road trailer in these parts that also has a total weight of 750 kilos, and thus no brakes. Still, we do recommend the braked version to spread the strain in mountainous terrain. With a permissible total weight of 1.8 tonnes, the Commander from Conqueror is really of a different calibre. The compact appearance of the South African might perhaps be a bit too military looking for local tastes, but its concept offers up surprises. Once you've reached your destination, the sheet metal trailer unfolds like a Swiss Army knife. But the command post atmosphere continues to spill over into the interior. However, for €2,000 more, it can be transformed into a neutral Platinum Special Series.
Welcome to South Africa. This is how you camp at the Cape of Good Hope. Everything is made of metal, either galvanized, stainless steel or aluminium, which means it should really be rust-free. But actually the interior layout is very unusual for what we are used to here in Europe. There's very little insulation. The reason for this camouflage, the beige and turquoise spots, is that they used to be military trailers. This product has been around for 18 years and its success is based on the fact that you can fold it out and pop it up at every corner.
Just like this bed at the front.
You would have thought that the fold-out bed at the front of the trailer is the largest sleeping compartment, but that's far from the truth. It's simply a square, and crosswise it's just 1,70 m or a little less than that, and it's not a lot more lengthwise. That means that if you are taller than 1,70 m, your only option is to sleep in the seating area, either as a single bed or I can lower the table and then I have a large double bed of 1,80 m by 1,90 m. This is the trailer's electricity distributor, and you can really see its South African origins here. Full 230 volt. There you simply live on the camping grounds with the local electricity. The ventilator here is an interesting detail. When required, it can create negative pressure in the cabin, which is quite effective in keeping the dust out. Retrofitted for Europe is the solar charging regulator for the solar system, and here I also have a system monitor for the fill level of the tanks and a battery indicator.
Amazing! From the solar module through to the Webasto parking heater up to the crockery and cutlery, everything is included in the sales price of €37,500. Not bad for an open-air apartment of 25 square metres of living space.
This detail is sure to warm the heart of hobby cooks, a large kitchen.
Das ist die Küche.
2/3 of these large drawers are reserved for the 210-liter cool box. Here I have a 2-burner cooker and a really practical detail. The sinks are simply plastic bowls, and hot and cold water is also available here.
2 Kunststoffschüsseln und Warm- und Kaltwasser steht auch zur Verfügung.
There are cleverly designed storage spaces in every corner, and everything's such good quality that it can even handle a little bit of rough treatment.
You get into the Commander via the driver's side. And the bathroom is on the passenger side here.
Das ist hier.
However, the outside bathroom does mean that the Commander is restricted to warmer climes. The South African is definitely the exotic one of the three.
This trailer does have the most unusual details of the trio. For example, the door. Naturally, it's made out of solid metal sheet and has lots of pockets. Very clever. But when I want to open the door from the inside, I use this lock. And if I want to open it from the outside, I use this lock. So I can lock someone in or out, as the locks can't be operated from the other side.
Nicht von der anderen Seite nutzbar.
That is a bit strange, and perhaps a bit of a relic from the military time. By the way, the Commander is not really suitable for a quick stopover on the side of the road. The setup is too complicated. Or you just have to content yourself with the 1,58 m headroom and the diner converted to a bed. The complete setup is really only worth doing if you are staying several days at the same place.
And when the camping weekend is over, it's time to start taking it down.
It can be done in around 30 minutes by practice Commander setup specialists. Our test team, however, took somewhat longer. Too many things to be done, which was way too much to take in straight away after one quick setup with the retailers. By the way, the pop-up top provides headroom of between 1,71 m and an airy 2,17 m. If the South African import is a real summer companion, the well-insulated Lapp 340 is well suited for trips in colder regions. It is the one most similar to a genuine expedition vehicle, which is also reflected in the price. If the base vehicle costs around €35,000, you'll have to dig deep into your pockets for the €56,900 for the test trailer, including the electronics, heating, WC and pop-up top. A pretty penny indeed. Of course, the balance of weight changes the more options you add. Our candidate ended up at more than 1.1 tonnes, at a permissible total weight of 1.4 tonnes. What you can expect for the price, and which you also get, are very good quality. The Lapp, which originates from Germany, scores points inside with its airy and modern layout.
The Lapp 340 has a really unique interior design. The seating area is very large compared to the total length. It also serves as a bed for 2 or even 3 people. There's an optional pop-up roof at the top, where there's enough space for 2 more children. It doesn't have a full-size bathroom cubicle, just a room for a toilet, and there's really only enough space to sit on the loo. In spite of this, the cabin has a generous feel to it. The doors here in white are optional. Normally they are open, but if you do need the storage space, you should probably buy the doors to close them off. Both the cabin fit-out and the design of the interior make the Lapp the one that most closely resembles an expedition vehicle, but the way it handles on the road does take a bit of getting used to due to the parabolic springs. It is really very soft, but nevertheless it is quite top-heavy and starts to rock quite a bit, so you really need to know its limits.
With a minimum of effort, the trailer offers a cosy home for four with a pleasantly generous amount of space to move in, without having to use the art of complicated unfolding for this. The Lapp 340 is the right companion for Northern Europe and longer trips, if you have the right amount of small change available. With a much more radical appearance and concept, the Conqueror Commander embraces the motto, live outside and sleep inside. You can also do that in the Lifestyle Camper X-Line, just a little bit more pared down and a lot cheaper. Summary: the off-road trailer market is really only still in its starting phase here. There's a lot of room for movement, and it will stay interesting to see what ideas, whether from overseas or from Europe, manufacturers will use to prove their creativity. By the way, we've already tested another teardrop trailer, and those who are more interested in a motorised travel companion will definitely find what they are looking for on our channel.